Cooper Douglas Kupp's story does not begin with spectacle. It does not begin with crowds, cameras, or national attention. It begins in places the football world rarely looks, where the game exists without glamour and where progress is measured quietly. It begins in the rhythms of repetition, in routines built on discipline rather than expectation. Born in Yakima, Washington, Cooper grew up in a family where football was not just understood, but respected. His grandfather played professionally. His father did too. Yet the game was never treated as inheritance. It was not something owed. It was something earned every single day. In the Kupp household, football was framed honestly. It was demanding. It was unforgiving. And it offered nothing in return without effort. Cooper learned early that being around the game did not make him special. If anything, it raised the standard. His father emphasized preparation over praise, fundamentals over flair. Film mattered. Details mattered. Being dependable mattered. From the beginning, Cooper learned that talent might get you noticed once, but consistency is what keeps you relevant. Growing up in a region far from football spotlight, Cooper did not receive early validation. Yakima was not a recruiting hub. It was not a pipeline. Games were played without scouts lining the sidelines. Success was local. Development was internal. Cooper learned to play without expectation of recognition. That environment shaped him deeply. Without hype, there was no pressure to perform for attention. There was only the pressure to perform correctly. As a young player, Cooper did not dominate with speed or size. He dominated with understanding. He knew where defenders would be before they arrived. He adjusted routes instinctively. He understood spacing and leverage long before those concepts were articulated at higher levels. While other players relied on athletic separation, Cooper relied on timing. He trusted preparation more than instinct. At Davis High School, Cooper's growth became undeniable. His production was overwhelming, but it was never careless. Every catch felt purposeful. Every route had intent. He didn't freeload off broken plays. He created opportunities through discipline. Quarterbacks trusted him not because he was open, but because he would be open when he was supposed to be. That distinction mattered. Despite his numbers, recruiting attention remained limited. Power programs overlooked him. He wasn't considered explosive enough. He wasn't flashy enough. He didn't fit the prototype. Cooper absorbed that reality without resentment. He understood that evaluation systems often lag behind substance. Instead of chasing validation, he chased mastery. Eastern Washington University became his destination and in many ways, his proving ground. It was not a compromise. It was an alignment. The program valued preparation, toughness, and detail. Cooper arrived ready to work. From his first practices, it was clear that his approach separated him. He treated every rep as meaningful. He studied film obsessively. He learned coverages. He learned how defensive backs thought, how they reacted, how they panicked. At Eastern Washington, Cooper did not just produce. He dominated. But again, not loudly. He didn't chase records. They followed him. He didn't force targets. He earned them. Season after season, his numbers grew, but more importantly, his reliability became undeniable. Defensive game plans centered around stopping him, and still, he found space. Still, he converted third downs. Still, he delivered in the moments that mattered. What made Cooper special was not that he was always the fastest or strongest player on the field. It was that he was always the most prepared. He understood situations, down and distance, clock management, defensive tendencies. He treated football like a language, and he was fluent. By the time his college career ended, Cooper Kupp had rewritten the record books. But skepticism remained. The questions followed him into the draft process. Could he separate against NFL athletes? Could his game translate? Was his dominance a product of level or substance? The Los Angeles Rams answered those questions with belief. They selected Cooper Kupp in the third round of the 2017 NFL Draft, not as a gamble, but as a calculated investment. They saw what others missed. They saw intelligence, precision, reliability, traits that age well in the NFL. Cooper entered the league without entitlement. Rookie seasons in the NFL are humbling, and he expected nothing less. He learned the playbook thoroughly. He built chemistry deliberately. He earned trust slowly. Quarterbacks began to rely on him because he was where he said he would be. Coaches relied on him because he executed exactly what was asked. Early in his career, Cooper's impact was subtle but steady. He wasn't the loudest receiver. He wasn't the most talked about, but he moved chains. He extended drives. He made the offense functional. In critical moments, he was available. That availability became his identity. Then the injury arrived. An ACL tear robbed Cooper of momentum and routine. It removed him from the field and replaced clarity with uncertainty. Rehabilitation tested patience. It demanded belief without confirmation. For a player whose game relied on timing and trust, the absence was brutal. But Cooper approached recovery the same way he approached football. Methodically, intentionally, without complaint. He studied film during rehab. He refined his understanding of defenses. He strengthened his body in ways that reduced future risk. When he returned, he wasn't diminished. He was expanded. As the Rams evolved defensively, Cooper's role expanded. His connection with quarterback Matthew Stafford unlocked a new level of expression. Timing became precision. Trust became inevitability. Cooper understood defenses at a level that allowed him to manipulate them. He adjusted routes mid-play. He found space where none appeared available. The 2021 season transformed perception. Cooper Kupp did not just lead the league. He dominated it. Triple Crown statistics followed. Records fell. But even in his most productive season, his game remained disciplined. He didn't chase numbers. He chased solutions. When defenses bracketed him, he adapted. When pressure increased, he simplified. In the postseason, his value became undeniable. In moments where games tightened and chaos threatened control, Cooper remained steady. He delivered when it mattered most. Not with theatrics, but with execution. The Super Bowl became a culmination, not a surprise. His performance was not an outlier. It was an extension. Financial success followed, as it does when substance meets opportunity. Contracts reflected trust. Endorsements followed credibility. Cooper's net worth grew steadily, mirroring his career. Built slowly, sustained carefully. Yet through it all, Cooper Kupp remained unchanged. He did not seek attention. He did not redefine himself publicly. He continued to speak through preparation and performance. Teammates respected him because he never cut corners. Coaches trusted him because he never drifted from detail. What separates Cooper Kupp is not just production. It is reliability. In a league where chaos is constant, he represents structure. Where defenses adapt weakly, he adapts faster. Where pressure breaks many, it sharpens him. Cooper Kupp's story challenges the idea that greatness must be obvious early, that it must arrive explosively, that it must be loud. His career proves that precision outlasts flash, that preparation compounds, that players who understand the game deeply will always find relevance. His story is still being written. Seasons will pass, roles will evolve, physical tools will change, but the foundation remains. Understanding ages well. Discipline endures. Cooper Kupp did not arrive as a star. He became one through accumulation, through repetition, through patience. And in doing so, he built a career that feels inevitable only in hindsight. Cooper Kupp was never chasing the spotlight. He was chasing alignment between preparation and opportunity, between understanding and execution. His journey reminds us that greatness does not require noise. It requires intention. In a sport defined by speed and spectacle, Cooper Kupp stands as proof that clarity, discipline, and belief still matter. And when the game asks its hardest questions, it is players like him, steady, prepared, unshaken, who answer them.